Your most accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, sponsored by AC Designs.
Well, taking a live look out across the First Coast, you can see a bit of haze out there in spots. We've also seen some showers pop up on our live cameras as well. So we're dealing with a lot. But first, let's talk about the hazy skies out there due to smoke from the Canadian wildfires. They've pulled all the way into Florida. And by the way, that includes South Florida. You see the red dots here? That means that air quality is unhealthy for everyone, and that's in South Florida and portions of Central Florida. Now for us, what we're dealing with in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia, we have unhealthy for sensitive groups. That's the air quality that we have, which means that if you have asthma or other lung conditions or heart conditions, children, older people, it's unhealthy to spend an extended amount of time outside with that air quality, with the pollution in the air. So limit your time outside today and again tomorrow. We're expecting more hazy skies, more smoke in the air again on our Wednesday and even into our Thursday. Now we do expect it to back off a bit on Thursday, but especially earlier in the day, we could be dealing with that bad air quality. Right now we have a little bit of rain on radar, especially in our inland areas. That's a place that hasn't seen rain in quite some time. Some more rain passing just south of Baldwin here, even over towards Lake City, and then across places like Union County. Look at this. Stark just had a little bit of rain there too. So we'll keep an eye on the shower activity that passes on through. One downpour moved through downtown Jacksonville earlier. By the way, we still have a coastal flood advisory in place. So for the beaches, it got dropped down from a warning to an advisory, but this just means that some minor coastal flooding is still possible at times of high tide. So this advisory now goes until 11 a.m. on Wednesday. So with our next high tide, we'll have to watch out for that yet again. That will happen overnight tonight. I'll show you those times in just one moment. But first, I also want to touch on the small craft advisory that's also still in effect until 4 o'clock tomorrow. All right, here's a look at our high tide times again overnight, as early as 12:03 a.m. in Jacksonville Beach, as late as 2:24 a.m. in downtown Jacksonville. Now again, the advisory only goes until tomorrow. However, with the high tides through the end of the work week, we will still likely see elevated water levels. It's just not going to be as significant a flooding that we have seen earlier this week and over the weekend. So slowly but surely those water levels are going to drop down a bit. So overnight tonight, besides the high tide times that we're watching out for, temperatures are going to drop down through the 70s and down into the 60s for a lot of you, 70s along the coast for our morning lows. Then tomorrow, still dealing with the hazy conditions, the hazy skies and the breezy conditions out of the northeast, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Maybe you're heading to the Alice Cooper concert at the amphitheater. Look how comfortable it will be in the 70s, though still a little hazy out there. Same story if you're heading to the Leonard Skinner Thursday and Friday. We're talking 70s for that concert as well. Here's a look at your pink 7-day forecast for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Look at that cold front. We'll really feel the effects starting on Sunday. Lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s.